What's up, it's Carter, and in this video we're going to be talking about crank and camshaft position sensors.
Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Miklo, and we're going to be talking about the crankshaft position sensor and the camshaft position sensor.
The cars referenced in this video are a 2006 Toyota Corolla and a 1999 Buick LeSabre. We started our testing with the 2006 Corolla. Here you can see the sensors laid out in the engine bay, and here you can see the wiring diagram for the two sensors. Highlighted here is the wiring diagram for both sensors. When testing at the Toyota crank sensor, we get a reading of 6.7 volts AC. When testing at the Toyota crank sensor, we get a reading of 6.7 volts AC. Here we are testing voltage with key on, and as you can see, we are getting a reading of about 200 millivolts. With the vehicle at idle, we get a slightly lower reading of 180 millivolts. And as you can see here, the vehicle maintains about 195 millivolts at 2500 RPM. Here we are testing for resistance at our crankshaft position sensor. As you can see with the key off, the resistance is low and out of spec, but once the vehicle is turned on, the resistance is well within spec. Here you can see how we pin the crankshaft position sensor in order to get a reading on the picoscope. As you can see from our picoscope data, the variable reluctance sensor creates an AC current. You can also see that the sensor is reading where the engine is at with the short pauses in the AC current. Here we are testing both crank and camshaft position sensors on the Toyota. As you can see from our picoscope data, as we increase engine speed up to 2500 RPM, the frequency increases on both sensors. In this clip, we create a no start concern by unplugging the camshaft position sensor. In this clip, we create a no start concern by unplugging the camshaft position sensor. Here we start testing on our 1999 Buick LeSabre. Here are the connector diagrams, and here's the wiring diagram. Here you can see that the crank and camshaft position sensors are connected to the PCM through the ignition control module. The ignition control module that the cam and crankshaft position sensors are wired through is located in the front left of the engine bay near the coils. Here you can see some scope data from our snap-on scan tool. You can see how the sensor's readings are changing over time with engine idle.
Okay, so in this video, we have the scope readings for the crankshaft position sensor and the camshaft position sensor at idle for the Buick. As you can see, there is a little dip sometimes for the crankshaft position sensor, and that is where top dead center would be for that vehicle. And in this video, you can see the scope readings for the Buick. And in this one, we are raising the RPMs up to 2500. And then you're able to see that there's a more frequent pattern with the camshaft position sensor, and how it goes to a more rapid amount, or more frequent amount for the scope readings. And
here we are just showing off an example of how you would complete a crankshaft position sensor relearn on a snap-on scan tool.